Well, hello, my name is Mohammed, and I'm the Vice President of Huawei Global Wireless Networks Marketing, and my responsibility is to manage the global demand program for infrastructure for wireless networks. We are doing real 5G actually this year, and we're so excited about 2018 because it marks the first standard-based release 15 of 5G, which is really point out to the inflection point of how 5G will be perceived. It's a different phase of 5G. We're getting 5G now from trial phase to the deployment phase. So what we're talking about is the huge opportunity and the upside for operators in Asia and around the world to evolve to 5G and to leverage all of the business opportunities to achieve better business for themselves and better life for people, and also better economy for these countries. Well, 5G is very important to all parts of the world, and you can tell by the value that 5G will bring, especially to the economy. But for Asia, actually, the key aspect of 5G here is the scale. So in Asia, you have the scale of the population, and you also have the appetite of people to use 5G. And remember, the demand is the one that will make 5G works. So for GSMA statistics, they are talking about 675 million 5G connections by year 2025, which is actually will be half of the world connectivity. So if you have a demand like this, then you will be sure that this demand will penetrate in all industries and will energize all of the industries in Asia Pacific. So we have been conducting more than 30 trials in different parts of the world in more than 10 major cities. For those trials, actually, they have been a very good learning curves for ourselves and for our customers as well. So each trial can depict a certain deployment scenario with different lesson learned, with different discovery, and maybe with different innovation. I can talk about two lessons learned actually from the trials. The first lesson we learned is about C-band. It turns out to be really good in terms of the coverage outdoor. And if you're talking about indoor, you can enhance the C-band connectivity by massive MIMO. The other good thing about C-band is we can do uplink, downlink decoupling, in which you can make the system limited by the uplink, which is lower band connectivity, and that's by itself will provide larger coverage and maybe higher capacity as well. Maybe we can also talk about one more lesson about massive MIMO. We've seen really good stuff about massive MIMO. Millimeter wave. People were a little bit pessimistic about millimeter wave, but what we have seen is that it really propagates nicely. Of course, the penetration is not like C-band, but we've seen a lot of multi-pass reflections that will really make the propagation much better for millimeter wave. Okay, very simple. We're saying that 5G is now, but despite the fact that 5G is now, I think we're saying is 5G is much bigger than what's happening now. 5G will keep on growing and growing for the next 10 or 20 years, and it will contribute more and more to world economy. 5G is defined today, but maybe in the first 2 years, operators and consumers may not see that kind of unique experience because we have really good LTE. But these 2 years will be transient. After these 2 years, we will see really better experience, and we will also see more venues or more business models. For example, different industry, we're talking about IoT, verticals, connected cars, drones, M-Health. I think the future will be much bigger than we're seeing now, but we need to start now. That's why in today we're having full end-to-end comprehensive 5G solutions for anyone that wanted to start, no matter which part of the world is, or no matter what kind of spectrum is using, or what is the deployment scenario. Long registration desk queues, that's number one, and that's actually really good for you guys. I have seen a lot of attendance. And number two, I think for us as Huawei, the power of innovation will not be achieved unless we have the power of collaboration. So I think in this event, I will give you a word, which is the power of collaboration. I've seen different industry ecosystem members and the value chain, and that's to provide really good opportunity to push that ecosystem and to make everyone like the industry and like 5G.